And the talk is on.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, JNS Talks. I'm Sho and this is Joe.
What up, everybody?
Hope everyone's doing well, staying safe, staying healthy.
Most importantly,
And of course, I really hope you guys are social distancing and following
for real.
all protocols that are in place.
Yeah.
Like I said before, just because the sun's out does not mean that we should forget about everything, that all the precautions we've took, all the safety measures that we need to follow, things are getting quote unquote back to normal in phases, but really this is the new norm.
Yeah.
Wearing your PPE, social distancing, not touching each other, hygiene.
Yeah.
Just keep all of that in mind, please.
Yeah, my thing is, I think this is the first time that people are actually washing their hands. Like, we should have been done this.
I've always said that people find this so hard to keep up with all these rules and regulations because they didn't practice good hygiene before.
Exactly.
And that's sad.
Yeah, like half of it is hygiene. So, obviously the other half is crowds and all that, but half of it is hygiene.
But even when you're in a crowd, you have to practice hygiene. That's one of the most important things. Don't touch your face. Always wash your hands before you eat and drink and all of that.
Exactly.
Hand sanitizer. Me working with people, well, both of us, we work with people. We have always had hand sanitizers, wipes, you name it. Everything that we need to stay clean.
Like, me being in a confined space, it was always cleaning my confined space.
Yeah.
Every day. You is basically cleaning around you and cleaning yourself.
Hand sanitizer, going to the bathroom, washing my hands, have wipes, have lotion, have everything. And in my little desk area, I would always clean it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Just to remind you guys, be safe,
quick reminder,
and practice good hygiene. So one of the things that we're gonna cover today in this episode is lovers' quarrels during this quarantine.
Dun
dun dun. No, seriously, there's a lot of people who are going through so much shit right now with their partner that they didn't think they would ever have to.
We have never been in this position, and this is the craziest test of love, of a couple, of a relationship, even of a family.
Yeah, that family dynamic for a lot of people, it has shifted so drastically because all of you are in the house for the most part.
Yeah.
Even if someone's an essential worker, it's not the same. From home, you got to deal with home stress. You got to deal with, if you have kids, the kids are like, oh, mommy, daddy, it's so much. Dealing with the outside world and everything that is going on, that stress.
Yeah.
Coming home to home stress and the two colliding, a person could blow up, right?
Most
plus
definitely.
Anxiety, plus depression, plus whatever else a person is battling. It's a lot for everyone.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know how to handle their relationship within themselves and the relationship with their partner and the relationship with their kids. It could be way too much.
And that's just to begin with in daily life.
Yeah.
Now you throw in COVID-19, boom, quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have all that, which we just said, but in a confined space.
Yeah.
Now you in the home every day.
You can't go out. You can't call up your girls or your boys. Yo, I need to blow off some steam. Let's go to the club or whatever. Can't do that.
You can't even take a walk for the most part at all. Like, you could take a walk, but at first it was like you really couldn't take a walk.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's like taking a walk is kind of weird nowadays. You feel me? Like,
Yeah, it's
You
like,
know
what
what
are
I
you
mean?
doing? Are you trying to get sick?
Or like go for a drive or go to a park, or yeah, like you said, most people actually go to somebody else's house. That's
Yeah.
kind of out of the, in New York City, definitely New York City, that's kind of not an option.
No.
People could, you could do it, but is that really a smart option? No, it's not. You know what I mean? And most people don't want people in their house. I don't
Yeah.
know if you
Like,
got
we have not allowed anyone to come to our house since this whole thing started.
and nobody
Even
has asked
before.
anyways, because we, at the end of the day, we really don't let that much people into our house, because I've always said that a house is a sacred place, and
Mm-hmm. We don't
certain
let any and
only
everybody come in.
people of trust
Yeah.
should come into this house, because we have been burned by people that have came to our house, and
Mm-hmm.
then we feed you, we treat you like family. Because anybody that comes into this house,
We consider you family.
we treat you, we consider you, we treat you like family, better than your own family. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's been said.
Most people, yeah. And then next thing you know, they want to talk shit
Yeah. That's
after a
it,
while.
because people see the way we live. Like, those people that have done that, they saw the way we live. They saw how we really are. They
Yeah,
see what we have, what we could afford, and they get jealous. That's where the jealousy and the greed comes in, and just the overall hate. But that's a different story.
yeah. That's for another day. But as we're talking today about,
Hmm.
being confined, and it's a test, because you're with, let's say you're not in essential work or whatever it is, and you're with your partner every day and your kids. But let's just say on this one, let's concentrate on couples
Yeah.
that live together. Um, Before, you had a normal day. You go either to school, if you're still going to school, and work. But you our age, we go to work, then
Hmm.
we come back. You get a nice break from your significant other. You know,
But wait, before we get started, if you need a break,
yeah, I'm not saying like as in like that. Yeah, I get what you
okay,
mean. Yeah, if you need a break, there's something wrong with your
yeah,
relationship.
keep that in mind. If you feel you need a break from your significant other, that's a red flag right
Yeah.
there.
Um, but a lot of people are not used to that,
Yeah.
right? Most people are not used to that. But we're not used to that. Nobody's used to that for the most part, unless you just, live be at home, don't
Unless
work,
you're rich and you stay home together all
or
the time.
broke, and on the other side of the spectrum. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But
Most people are not used to being together in the house 24/7.
24/7, and even at that, even if they're in the house, like we said, you could go take a walk, you could go to
Yeah.
your friend's house, hang out, whatever. But now that's out of the picture, and it's been out of the picture for 2 months, and it's just now that things are about to start, getting lax. And
Yeah.
New York City's still on lockdown at the end of the day,
Mhm.
you know, and it will be until June something.
Yeah.
And
It's a sad reality. And that's because people have pushed back whatever progress we've made.
yeah, and that's another one for another day,
Yeah.
about people with their conspiracies and stuff. But to concentrate on the subject and matter is that most couples are not used to being together at all times. That
Yeah.
means being with the bad habits 24/7.
Yeah.
That means running out of Netflix and chill. You know
Damn,
what I
you know what
mean?
this means? You actually have to communicate.
There you go. That's what I say.
All the problems you guys have buried has now boiled to the surface, and you have no other choice but to address them.
Address them and face them head on. Because that's it. What are you gonna talk about? Somebody's gonna blow up.
And
It's
it's
like
not
a pressure
good.
cooker
Yeah.
that does not have a valve. It's just gonna explode.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. And that's
And there
it.
goes your shit hit the fan.
And like, let's be real, I think most people can agree to this, that they're kind of getting tired of being at home, and it's not just because of being at home. Part of it has to do with their significant other.
Part of it, most of it. Yo, let me tell you.
I'm being modest.
Let me tell you. The second week of this quarantine, my phone was going off. The chats were boom, boom, boom. And 90% of it was girls complaining.
Oh, yeah, I remember
I'm
that.
tired of my man. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I wish I was single. Yada. No, you don't. Let's be real. Unless you have a serious problem within your relationship, you don't wish you were single. But that's the way people are. They're never satisfied. And that's one of the biggest problems within a relationship. You don't know what you want. So this quarantine has given a lot of people the opportunity to figure out what do they really want. You've had a lot of time to think. You've had a lot of time to talk. You've had a lot of time to find solutions to the problems that you guys were avoiding.
Yeah. And to be real, like you said, most people, because they have that break before this happened, they could avoid a lot of the,
It's like, oh, you really want to argue now? I'm going to work. I got to work.
Yeah, people could avoid it.
Yeah.
And it could also simmer down because of it, because of time.
Because you have that time apart.
Now you can't. It doesn't simmer down. It's just going to simmer and burn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what you get when you have people confined in a space that are incompatible. Let's be real. Most, obviously, divorce rates are crazy. I don't know what they are, but everybody knows they're crazy. Most people that get together don't last, right? And that's why I always say, take your time finding somebody.
Yeah.
Don't just go to the first person that, you feel something for. You know what I mean? Sometimes it happens that the first person that you meet, or not the first person, but the first person that you take actually for real. Because
the first person you fall in love with.
Even though that we've been together for a while, you wasn't the first person that, and even though I was young, but I started early and stuff, but he wasn't the first person that I started dating and seeing girls and,
like getting the butterflies and
and all this stuff. And,
I know.
You know what I mean? And then on top of that, while we was in high school, it was like a test. And seeing you growing up and me growing up, how compatible we were. You know what I mean? Because obviously not everybody that meets in high school stays together.
Yeah, I know.
And through college and through everything.
That's the dream.
Yeah, that is a dream, but it doesn't really happen. Luckily, fortunately, it happened to us.
Yeah.
And this is why, we wanted to bring this topic, because we've seen so much, like you said, a lot of your friends, been seeing it on the gram.
Yeah.
That's
another thing.
You can't miss anything I'm going to
elaborate on that, but I've seen a lot of people putting their relationship problems out there.
Exactly.
And you guys can go back to our episodes. We did an episode on talking shit about your partner.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, go see it. Go listen to it.
We'll link it down in the description.
And that's a big no-no. Because people are looking at you. I guarantee you, people are looking at you like you're dumb.
Yeah, don't put out your spouse's dirty laundry out there.
So all of these things plus cabin fever is a recipe for disaster.
So cabin fever. If anybody doesn't know what cabin fever is, it's right there. So it's irritability and whatever this word is, I never seen it in my life. Listlessness and similar symptoms resulting from long confinement or isolation indoors. Let's concentrate on that. It's irritability and similar symptoms resulting from long confinement or isolation indoors during the winter. In this case, during the spring.
Yeah.
And That is what a lot of people are going through. Cabin fever, you know? And cabin fever is for real. That's it's even this is what the Oxford Dictionary.
Mm-hmm.
This is from the Oxford Dictionary. Cabin fever, because it happens when people are confined in one space. It's just people can't deal with each other. That's it.
Yeah.
You get tired. A lot of people get tired of each other. Families sometimes they go crazy.
Yeah, a lot of families can't stand each other.
Yeah, they really can.
Like the bad habits, the just little annoyances, they build up, It's like you have building blocks, right? Of this bad habit, that bad habit. It's bound to fall. It's just like Jenga.
Yeah, it's true.
Like you take one out, you put it on top. It's like you tolerating something, right?
Mm-hmm.
You tolerate the slick remarks, you tolerate the bad habits, you tolerate the poor hygiene, and and eventually that tower is gonna fall all over the place. It's gonna spill, or like you said, the pressure cooker analogy.
Yeah, if pressure cooker is not operating right, it's gonna blow up.
Yeah.
You know.
So, what can you guys do to fix it, or to attempt to fix it?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, if a relationship is somewhat healthy, or if you have the will to fix a relationship, it can be fixed.
And you guys don't have to feel bad if you both decide, or even if one of you decides, listen, this is not working for me. You guys should take this quarantine
exactly
to find yourself, find out what's up with your relationships, find out how can you accomplish goals. A lot of people are saying that this quarantine is a waste of time or whatever the case may be, but it doesn't have to be a waste of time. We don't have to be going through this experience in vain. Put it to use. Be productive. And it's okay if you just want to sleep all day too. I mean, that's your choice. But it's just like, do you really want to look back at quarantine 2020 and realize you didn't do shit with it?
Exactly. And I believe that this is the time. Since we've been in quarantine, for self-reflection.
Mm-hmm.
What do you really want to do? And especially that you just found out that this economy is so fragile. This country is so fragile. Just the world, life is so fragile.
Yeah.
Concentrate maybe on something. This is what you should be, reflecting on. Maybe I want to. It's not too late if you're young. Change a career. Or maybe you want to start, a business that's self-sufficient where you don't have to, rely on customers or like whatever it is, like you don't put this time to waste. You know what I mean? Especially if you don't have kids,
Yeah.
especially especially if you're young, like you shouldn't just be sleeping all day. How I hear, mad people sleeping all day, sleeping in. But yeah, take this time, and we're still gonna. If you live in New York, still have time, and think about life. Also think about the people that matter to you most.
And think about the people who've lost their lives during this.
Exactly, because I know a lot of people know. I think that almost everybody has been touched either through a third party from somebody that has died from this so far. But yeah, like don't throw this quarantine time, don't throw it away. Like most people are talking all this crap about, oh yeah, it's a waste of time, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Nah, nothing is ever a waste of time.
Exactly. I guarantee you, the people who unfortunately passed away, they wish they had more time.
There you go.
So just keep that in mind. Like, you're here for a reason. I truly believe that people are put in this life for a reason, and you just have to find that.
You gotta find it.
You have to make the best of it.
And just never give up.
So it's okay if you don't want to be in your relationship anymore.
Yeah.
It's okay if you want to work through it. I mean, people outside of your relationship should not be influencing you. Because
most definitely,
you're the only one that knows what's going on. You and your partner know what you need to fix, what you could go through, what you're capable of. It's just nobody should be influencing you. And I have always said that. And which is why I don't really ever put my 2 cents in other people's relationships, even if they ask me. Even if they be like, hey, what you think about this? Or what should I not? I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
You can talk to me. I'll maybe advise you, but I won't tell you what to do. Right?
Yeah.
There's a difference between advising someone and telling them straight up what to do. Advising is like, if I were you, I would do this and this and that, but I have my own reasons.
Yeah.
A lot of people twist the two and it's like, but it's
you
the same
gotta
thing.
dump that dude.
Yeah, no, you don't,
like,
because you don't know,
you know how it
their
is?
good parts. You don't know.
Yeah, he's an asshole. And then guess what? They're back together.
And let me tell you, 9 out of 10 times, your friend or your cousin or your sister or whoever, they're going to tell their significant other what you said. So guess what? That person's gonna be like, fuck you.
Yeah, you're an asshole.
Yeah. Like, why would you do that? Or whatever. It's just going to become drama, and you're going to gain an enemy out of that person, which you don't need. No one needs that negativity.
Exactly. So, yeah. So, people with this, cabin fever, people being inside and all this, and if you're a couple that, you're kind of getting tired of each other, maybe this is a revelation, like you said, that, and you said it's okay if you find out that you guys are not compatible. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Not saying that, like, break off.
Yeah,
whatever,
don't give up easily.
but keep that in mind, right? And then after the quarantine, see if you whatever needs helping, and if still you see that things are not working, then make a move.
Yeah.
Or if you want to save it, see what you guys got to really working. Because at the end of the day, what I liked about this quarantine is, like you said, just spending time with family straight up. You know what I mean? And that's where you really know if a family is complete.
Yeah.
Like, just being with you this all this time, just, like, not doing shit, actually, but, well, helping
doing
the
shit,
kids,
but not doing shit. Like, yeah, I know what you mean.
not working, being at home. And we've never got tired. We've always been looking forward to do something with each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let it be cleaning together, or playing games, watching a movie,
reading out loud.
Yeah, exactly. Reading with the kids, or whatever it is. And I think that's where a lot of couples need to go to. They got to go back to the basics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you guys need to go back to the time without social media, without cell phones, without technology being so advanced, basically.
Yeah.
It's just you and your spouse, and your kids, if you have kids, or you and your parents, whatever. Just really cherish the time that you have with each other.
Yeah.
And there's so many things to do with your spouse. And I mean, besides sex, because I know the first 2 weeks everyone was going at it like rabbits and that's what everyone was saying. Yeah. But when the sex dies down, what do you guys have?
Exactly?
And even then, at that, some people are not compatible with.
Exactly. I say most people.
Yeah. And those of you who say sex is underrated.
And females really know what I'm talking about. Because guys is fucking clueless when it
Yeah.
comes to that shit. But um, like, okay, we mentioned the sex, right? And then comes the gossip.
Yeah.
Because a lot of relationships are built on sex and gossip. After that, nothing else.
Yeah.
It's just talking shit, talking shit, talking shit. This quarantine got you tired of talking shit about people. And then
It's like you're not
what else?
really socializing with people, so there's no gossip to indulge
Exactly.
in.
There
Can't
you
go to
go.
work. You can't hang out with friends. You can't go to family. So you're not getting the itty bitty details of people's drama.
So, like, there's a lot of people out there, a lot of couples that are just like, you know what I mean? Like, they have nothing to say to each other because there's no substance.
Right. So the big part after the sex is communication, which should always be number one.
Yeah, actually,
because
communication.
without a good communication foundation, the rest won't really follow.
It won't work because let's say if there's no communication, then let's be real, the sex is gonna be whack because if the sex is whack, you're not gonna communicate it right.
Right, the chemistry is gonna be way off.
Yeah, so communication equal chemistry. To me, communication always equals chemistry because if two people could communicate, that is what chemistry is.
And a lot of people don't know how to communicate right. A lot of people, when they have discussions, they automatically think, okay, this is gonna turn into an argument.
Exactly.
If someone has a different opinion than yours, it's, oh, you want to argue. If someone tells you something, gives you criticism, oh, you want to argue. It's like, no, not everything's an argument.
Yeah. And like another thing that's been, like, has become a big problem during the quarantine because people have been inside and people have been getting tired of each other, has been people getting tired of each other, like literally, and which leads to domestic violence.
Yeah.
Like,
so
there's people that, that on the other side, like, it's, they take it to the next level.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you're tired of your spouse, of your girlfriend, your boyfriend. You're tired of them. And it adds on stress. And a lot of people don't know how to handle that stress. And unfortunately, it brings up anger issues.
And let's be real, this on top of just that, this is a stressful time.
Yeah.
Just to put it out there. It's a stressful time, and then you put your relationship problems on top of it. People tend to blow up. And then you have those people that tend to be kind of violent or verbal abusive. Abusive in general.
Because remember, verbal abuse and mental abuse, they are a real thing.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how many people dismiss it. Like, oh, you're just being sensitive. Or, oh, you're imagining it. Or, oh, you can't take a joke. Yeah. No. Those are real things.
It's definitely for real, yeah.
And I feel bad for those people who are stuck right now. They don't know what to do. They're scared. They don't have a backup plan. And remember, guys can get abused too. Exactly. A lot of people tend to focus on the women.
Guys could be abused. Like, let's say, for example, the guy, it's not the breadwinner. This is the most common type of abuse when it comes to males. The female makes more money than the dude, and the female holds that shit over them. Like, yeah, I'm the one making money. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And they take it to the next level, and that's mental abuse at the end of the day.
Yeah. And it's just so...
And it just leads on to more and more. It's just like, it's just like opening Pandora's box.
I think that verbal abuse leads to mental abuse. Well, they're one and the same. And eventually that is going to lead to physical abuse. Because a lot of people, they get comfortable. And then they start slapping someone around. Then next thing you know, they're punching. They're really hitting. They're kicking. It's like they take it way too far. No one should be doing that to someone that you claim that you love. No one should be doing that to anyone in general.
Definitely.
But to someone that you claim that you love, it's really, I don't know, it's like beyond imaginable. Like, I don't know what I would do on as either person, as an
Yeah.
abuser or someone getting abused. Like, how could you, I don't know, like, as an abuser, how could you sleep at night?
That's
And
something
especially
that
if
you're
you
gonna have to
have
ask an abuser
kids
because
watching.
yeah, like when I be seeing like these shows and all that, I'd be like, God damn,
Yeah.
like hell.
Or even in the news. And I
Yeah,
know lately in the news, all we've been hearing is COVID-19,
yeah,
lockdown, pandemic, China, this, that, the other. But we can't lose sight as a society of those people who are going through domestic abuse. And if you guys
yeah,
are going through domestic abuse, really call the hotline.
yeah. Um, People don't be afraid to call the hotline. It's right there. The domestic violence hotline. This is a national line. 1-800-799-7233.
Mm-hmm. And if you're whatever state you're in, I'm sure your state has a number as
Yeah,
well.
exactly. We'll link we'll put all that in the description and all that, and we'll put New York states and New York cities or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure that the this is the national hotline will hook you up,
Mm-hmm.
and don't be afraid. Sometimes maybe you just need to talk to somebody.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's easier said than done.
Mm-hmm.
And then with someone hovering over you, because remember, they can't
That's
get
another
personal
thing.
space.
Yeah, that's another thing that makes it harder.
Yeah. And it's like you're on the phone. Who are you on the phone with? Who are you talking to? If you have access to your bill online, they're gonna look online. Like, I know it's scary.
Yeah. And just in case about bills, there's always Google Voice. There's also always
Yeah,
those apps that you could get
there's
a
other
way
ways.
around. So, and there's also in the on the website, which we will link down below. There is a chat.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go, and do it through an incognito window,
Yeah.
just in case your spouse, significant other, whatever, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, go through your history and all that. So cover your tracks and all that, just in case. I do
Just
not
be
want
safe.
anybody to get into some deep shit because of this.
Yeah, just
So
be safe.
be careful if you're gonna make a move. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, and if you guys have kids, keep your kids in mind. I read on the news that I'm not read. I read an article and heard on the news
Yeah,
that um ACS, they're not getting calls as much as before. Like, and most of their calls are from mandated reporters, which would make sense because teachers are not seeing their students.
that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Daycare workers are obviously not taking care of kids. So, those of you who have kids at home and don't know how to handle stress, talk to someone and, I mean, just really get the help that you guys need.
Yeah. Like, I think that it does make it more difficult,
Mm-hmm.
this situation that we're in. But there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A lot of people are in denial also.
Yeah. And like I said, this is a good thing because people that were in denial are probably noticing.
Yeah.
A lot of them, I know a lot of them are noticing because being with somebody for 2 months straight on is going to open your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how blind or quote unquote dumb
Or
that
in
people,
love, you are.
yeah, exactly. In love, that's what I say, quote unquote. I'm not offending anybody because that's a lot of people call it that. But 2 months tends to open people's eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and you should act. Maybe not now, but this should be your eye opener.
Yeah.
You know, and don't be afraid.
Yeah. So for the couples that want to work through their relationships, there's so
Yeah.
many activities that you guys can do to help you guys. I mean, like, be romantic. Go back to
The
the
basics.
days that you guys started going out, right? That you
Yeah.
guys, you wanted to court her. You were being romantic. Write notes if you can't go out and get flowers or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, there are delivery services. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
There are things you could do.
Mm-hmm.
We're not on total like.
And okay, I get it. Maybe you don't have money. Like you just
Oh,
said, you
yeah.
could write a note.
There's a lot of things you could do
You
without
could make
money.
breakfast in bed.
Mm-hmm.
You could do a lot of stuff.
Like
You know
what?
what I mean?
Like what? I want to hear this.
Oh, putting me on the spot. Breakfast in bed. Cute little notes. A little game. A little breadcrumb game.
Yeah.
Put a little note here. Gotta figure out a little puzzle.
Yeah.
Put a little note here. At night, do cute shit.
Yeah. Spice up. This is a good time to spice up your relationship.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't been intimate with each other, you have no
no
excuse now. Like, oh, I'm too tired. Oh, I'm this. I mean, there's some people that are going through depression and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But aside from that,
Mm-hmm.
for those of you who use the work excuse way too much,
yeah, that's it.
put in the effort now.
And even for people for depression, that shit helps.
Yeah, it does. It releases endorphins.
Yeah, it helps because at the end of the day, if you're depressed and all this stuff, you might as well do something about it.
Yeah, like you want to feel loved. You want to be.
Yeah, feel good.
Everyone wants to be loved and feel loved and love someone back. Loving someone back makes you feel good also.
And just as a little sidebar right here, this is the same thing. Just see how what you just said, everybody wants to feel loved. This is why I don't understand why guys make it so hard to get a girl. Because men and women want the same thing. They just want to be loved.
Guys have ego problems.
And they put...
Guys gotta...
Unfortunately, they put the pussy on the pedestal.
Yeah, that too. But society makes it seem like it's bad for guys to get quote-unquote soft. Or be romantic. Or if you are, you're pussy whipped right away. If you are, you're this. And there's so many other names.
Yeah, that's...
For a guy that's in love.
Yeah, that's peer pressure. You know what I mean? That's haterade also.
Yeah.
The biggest one is haterade. Because at the end of the day, if you love a chick and all that stuff, and let's not be... I don't mean, oh yeah, if you like a girl, do it. No, if you're already with a person, do that type of stuff. You know what I mean?
Like don't be afraid to admit your feelings.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people feel like they have to be...
They gotta be protective.
Protective, yeah.
Because
they have
feel
this
like
wall up.
They don't want to be vulnerable.
Vulnerable, that's the word. Yeah.
So they kind of tend to hide and all this stuff. I don't know for what. Because if I get it, if it's like a fling, if it's just a fling, yeah, you don't want to. Or you starting to cash something, you don't want to say it because you don't want to make it a reality.
You don't make it awkward.
But you guys been together and stuff, just lay out the cards.
Well, yeah, this is for couples that have been together, that are living together. But
a lot of couples that live together haven't even said "I love you,"
which is weird. How does that work?
It works just like that.
I don't know.
No, I love you.
That's crazy because we say "I love you" like 1,000 times a day.
Yeah.
No exaggeration.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, you could play a little game. You could go online, find out strategies. There's a lot of advice online.
Hell yeah.
It doesn't take a lot. If you want to save a relationship, it really does not take a lot.
Yeah, if like guys, because you like if you want to make a female feel important, like you said, it really doesn't take a lot. You know, just do something that you won't do for anybody else. That's it. That's all it takes. That will make her feel special.
Or showing gratitude goes a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You know that you're not working, she's not working, but she has to maintain the house, especially if you guys have kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know she has to take care of the kids. Give her a night off.
Yeah.
A quote unquote night off, because moms never have the night off.
Yeah, nobody, yeah.
But yeah, take care of the kids. Let her get her bubble bath that she's been wanting before the quarantine.
Wash the dishes.
Yeah, wash the dishes. That is a big thing.
That goes a long way for
which
women.
I gotta thank you for. I hate washing dishes.
Got that on lock.
Yeah. It's just little things like that. It may seem insignificant, but it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, he really does pay attention. He really does care. Like, thank you. And gratitude goes both ways. Mm-hmm. Ladies, if you know you haven't cooked for your man for a while, how about you make him his favorite meal? Or if you don't know how to cook, you guys can learn during this quarantine.
Exactly. There you go.
Do things together. And I guarantee you, you guys will get back what you thought you lost. If it's really meant to be, you guys will get it back. We'll get that spark back.
Yeah, like just like I think you mentioned a good idea, which is just do things together. Mm-hmm. Instead of doing things separate, how about you start doing things, the things that you could do the most, do it together.
Yeah, like cleaning the house. The other day, last week, we cleaned the house together. And we have a system, like he sweeps, I pick it up, or I sweep and he mops, or...
And we're talking at the same time, so it's fun, you know? Yeah. And at the same time, you're maintaining your house.
Exactly.
Which most people don't.
And get the kids involved. Or if the kids don't want to help you clean, just let them play in their room.
Lock them in a room playing
Lock them. But yeah, have them in their room. Like, you know, it's just... There's a lot of things that you could do to not make it seem like it's a chore. Because that's the worst thing. Doing chores while it's actually feeling like a chore.
Yeah.
That's how you don't get shit done.
And that's one of the perks of having somebody that you love is they get to make things fun. Mm-hmm. You know? They're supposed to be your best friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And doing stuff like that, it just makes it that much easier. Like, it doesn't even feel like you're doing anything, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You're talking all this crap and all this. And next thing you know, you guys are finished with the whole damn house. Wow, where'd the time go?
And it's such a good feeling to have a clean house.
And then on top of that, your relationship just improved a couple points.
Yeah.
And your house is fresh.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a win-win.
Yeah.
Yeah. And... You know, just the bickering. Just if you guys are bickering a lot, just I know it's like I said, like we said, it's easier said than done. But just stop it. You know what I mean? Just
like take
somebody
a breath.
needs to be the bigger person always in a relationship. And if you really want somebody, take that step to be the bigger person.
Yeah.
You know, some arguments are not worth fighting.
Yeah, and you have to it's up to you to realize it. You have to be the one to realize it. Is it worth fighting for? I mean, is this quote unquote problem worth fighting about? Which at the end of the day, no problem is in a relationship is worth fighting. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if you guys are fighting, it's not working. So why fight in the first place?
Yeah. Now, if it's trust issues, you guys really got to sit down and talk about it.
That's a whole different story.
If it's something about the past, you guys have to either decide, okay, we're going to move on or we're going to split up.
Exactly.
If we move on, don't bring it up. Don't fight about it. I mean, we've all been there. It's always been something that's, you know. But if you really want the relationship to work, you can't keep holding that grudge.
Bringing it on and resurfacing it every now and then and
Yeah.
all that. And a lot of people tend to do that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They just keep bringing it up, keep bringing it up, keep bringing it up. It's like, yo, chill. That's it.
Mhm.
Like, you could have just left me. I could have just gone.
Yeah. But if
Like,
you guys decide to stay together, you have to work on building that trust with each other again. Because even though someone did something to you, it's trust on both sides that are lost.
yeah, exactly.
From the arguments, from the shit that was said, from the low blows, and then
Yeah, that's
whatever.
what most people get it twisted. They think
Yeah.
that trust is lost on one side and the other person needs to gain it. No, it's both.
Yeah.
Both of y'all need to gain the trust on equal sides, and the
For
person that
different
got
things.
hurt needs to understand that too.
Yeah.
And the person that did the thing needs to understand that also. Like, you know what I mean? It goes both ways. Even though somebody
Yeah.
did the doing, it needs to go both ways. Because if it doesn't, then it's not going to work out. And you might as well just break up and just save each other the trouble.
Wait.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, like I'll be real. Like when we had our first kid, we were stressed. We had a lot of drama. We had a lot of mostly family drama.
Yeah.
And I was 18, 19, and I said some low blow shit. And obviously it took me a while to realize, like now that I'm 10 years older, it's like, damn, I really said that.
Yeah, you
But
probably
that's
feel like
what,
an ass.
yeah, that's what growing and self-reflection does.
Yeah.
And I knew I didn't want to lose him. I didn't want to lose my family. It's just, I know I had to work on myself.
Yeah.
So now whenever we talk about that, it's like, I still apologize and be like, damn, I'm my bad and all that.
Yeah.
But it's part of it. It's part of being in a relationship. And if you can't handle that, then you shouldn't be in a relationship.
Yeah, and apologizing during this quarantine. And if you need to apologize for something, do it now. This is the time to do it.
Because you never know, especially
to stay on topic.
Especially during this pandemic, you never know when's the last time you're gonna talk to someone or see someone.
And actually, that should go. A lot of people just notice this shit now.
Yeah, but that's every day.
That's every day. You never know what the fuck is gonna happen out there. You never know. You're gonna walk out and it's gonna be your last day.
Yeah.
You know, for there's a million ways you could die.
Yeah.
You know?
Just 2 years ago, we went through something crazy. A crazy car accident.
Yeah.
And we were fortunate enough that we didn't like get permanently injured in a way.
Yeah, no, we're kind of permanently injured.
We are, but I mean, like, you know, like we didn't lose a limb, we didn't get paralyzed, stuff like that.
Back is fucked though.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks to my expert driving and big ass car.
Yeah.
Those BACs are good.
But I've always known and always had that in mind, and I never leave the house without saying bye to the kids or
I love you,
my man, or saying I love you, or telling my parents bye. You know, I always say it.
Yeah, and it isn't just now that people are noticing that because of the pandemic.
Because a lot of people have lost someone that they didn't talk to
or have heard the stories.
Yeah.
And people that have been putting on, you know, social media while they've been on, you know, on oxygen. Oh yeah, you know, you've seen that. A lot of people have seen that and now are noticing, shit, she's young. Look at this. But, and I bet that, you know, whenever this blows out, time is gonna pass by and back to square one. But for now, people are gonna be more caring about their families, about the people, their friends.
So.
I hope this moves it towards a more permanent type of thing, you know, where people are more caring.
Yeah.
Because we lost that over the years.
Yeah, we really have. And especially New York. New York is known as the state that is filled with assholes.
It went like 80s, 90s. It was, let's start from back then. It took World War One to get the country, boom, together. Then, between those, World War Two. It was just like wars. Then, between World War Two, it really took like Vietnam. Then then between Vietnam and September 11 attacks, it was like nothing. After the September 11 attack, that's when I felt like the country was at the strongest. Like everybody was,
especially New York,
proud. Everybody, everywhere in the country was like flags flying, and everybody like helping each other. Like, everybody was treating people like family. Because it was just like that patriotism and like,
but I must say though that this pandemic, even though it seems like people are coming together, there's a lot of things happening, which we will discuss in our next episode, that is tearing people apart and making people realize that people are not being treated equal as they should. Like,
definitely.
This is different from a terrorist attack.
Oh yeah, it definitely is, because there's nobody to hate.
This one's funny, because, well, a lot of people are being racist towards Asian people, which is fucked up.
Yeah.
But I mean, this one's funny. It's like we're all in a place where we've never been before.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we have to deal with issues that were coming to the surface, but now they're out in the open, like police brutality. Oh yeah, racism.
It's really out there.
And I don't mean racism just with like Caucasians and African Americans. I mean racism within all races.
Within all races. Yeah, it's been crazy.
And it's like it's 2020 and we still have to deal with this, plus the pandemic.
Yeah.
So this, as a society, we really have to figure out how we gotta fix ourselves.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna leave you guys with that.
Yeah.
Fix your relationship if you really want to. If you know someone who is part of the society problems, like what I just said, let it be known and have them find a way to fix it.
Yeah.
And we just gotta continue to be safe.
Yeah, definitely. And just patience.
Yeah.
Patience is key. Like, we're all going through the same thing, and you should find some type of comfort that it's not only you that's going through it.
Yeah.
It's millions of people going through the same stuff. So, yeah, we'll leave you guys with that.
Stay positive.
Stay up.
Whatever's meant to be, it will be.
Self-reflection is very important during the quarantine.
Work on those goals. Don't let this time go to waste.
Yeah, work on those goals for real, And
if you need help, please seek it.
Yup.
I mean, I can't stress that enough. Whatever type of help you need, mental help.
Yeah.
Domestic violence, whatever it may be. If you know someone who's going through those things, get them help.
All right, guys. There has been a PSA by JNS Talks.
All the links will be in our description box. Whatever resources you guys need, please seek them out.
All right, guys. Until next time.
Take care.
All right. Take care, guys. Peace.
Bye.